The next train to depart from platform 3 will be the 0802 London North Western Railway, service to London Euston, calling at Long Buckby, Northampton, Milton Keynes Central and London Euston. This train is formed of 8 coaches.
Right, good morning everybody, me Sam's First Trains and More here, back with another vlog. Today I'm going to be starting a vlog on the Wolverhampton to Shrewsbury Line, but first of all I'm going to do now is filming at Wolverhampton to tick that one off for the year. And I'm waiting for, I presume will be a 196. We've got quite a few stations to cover today. I'm only going to do them as far as Telford though, we're only going to do a few of them today. We'll do part 2 at some stage. We got off 115 this morning, which was absolutely packed by the time we got to Birmingham New Street. Filled up as it got closer to the New Street. So waiting for the, presumably my train's actually on 2B now and I pulled in on 3. That's like a perfect connection, waiting for the train to take us to Wolverhampton. And then we're going to do onwards to Shrewsbury after we've done the hour film at Wolverhampton. I think it's going to be pretty much 196s all day now, because I believe from May it's going to be entirely 196s on the Shrewsbury line. We are hoping though, and I don't say this very often, for a 170 ride today, because there's I think only a few, maybe 5 units left with West Midlands Railway. 350-267's coming on the Warsaw stopper. In fact, that's going to be full of commuters, so I'm going to hide down here so no one can see me vlogging. Yeah, we're going to do hopefully a 170 ride, and I'm not keen on the 170s, but as I mentioned, there are not many left of them in the West Midlands Railway network now. And if we don't get one on the Shrewsbury line, I do know where there is one, because thanks to Liam's Transportation, who I follow on Twitter, who's one of my Twitter followers, he's told me that there's one actually on the Hereford line at 12:50, which will return at Birmingham Street just before I get the train home if all goes to plan. So we might not be able to ride one today, but at least later, for definite, hopefully we should be able to film one. But anyway, I'm going to stop blabbering on and wait for the first train to take me to Wolverhampton this morning. The only reason you visit Wolverhampton is trains. Other than that, absolutely not. Sorry for the people that live in Wolverhampton, didn't mean to offend you. Right, I thought I'd ride to Wolverhampton, be a 196 this morning. May as well go to Wolverhampton in style instead of getting the 350. What have we got? Although these technically aren't really new anymore, we're getting on 196004, which is very packed on its inbound service. Oh, we've got a double. 196001 is on the back of this one. Sir Edward Alger and Graiseley Wolves.
Smevick Galton Bridge, Wolverhampton, Bilbrook, Codsall, Albrighton, Cosford, Shifnal, Telford Central, Gates, Wellington and Shrewsbury. Welcome aboard this West Midlands Railway service to Shrewsbury.
There's the couple that made us late, 3:54:01. 8 minutes late because of that train. Right, there goes the delayed 0915 West Midlands Railway service from Birmingham New Street to Shrewsbury. 196001 is on the front. And 196004 is on the back, and this train is running 8 minutes late because of a late running train in front of this one. Bye bye train. Right, there goes the delayed 0919 cross-country service from Oxford to Manchester Piccadilly via Stoke-on-Trent. 1, 2, 3 and 220 double 1. So sorry, 220 0 double 1. Well, and here we have the train to Shrewsbury. This is 19 Shrewsbury, Birmingham New Street from Shrewsbury, 196-108, and I believe this is going to be my train back out to Bilbrook in about 45 minutes. That is, yeah, 196-108. Right here then, folks, made it to the first station of the day, Wolverhampton. It is West Midlands Rail Run, and you've got 6 platforms. Yeah, 6, because you've got the 2 bays either end. Additional services are provided by Cross Country, Transport for Wales, London North Western Railway and Avanti West Coast. Here for less than an hour now, thanks to that delay on that train getting into Wolverhampton. We did miss the culprit, the local... Can you blooming see me for the sun? We did miss the... I'll go in the shade a bit. We did miss the local from going back out to Warsaw. But never mind, we'll get the one in a minute. And yeah. Also, you can change at Wolverhampton for Wolverhampton town centre. The city of Wolverhampton's a city now, not town. And also the University of Wolverhampton. And then in the future, the tram extension. And just trying to think. There's not much else in Wolverhampton, to be honest with you. And yeah, and then out of here, we're onwards to Bilbrook on the 10:15 service. Anyway, let's film some trains whilst we've got just about 40 minutes left before our train. Right, terminating enough of Warsaw, the 350, can't tell which one, so bear with me. It's a 2. 350, 240. Right, there goes the 0945 Avanti West Coast service from Blackpool North to London Euston. 390-119. Progress. Pride. Right here, that right there, I believe is the former Wolverhampton signal box. It is. Because down there you've got Crane Street Junction. Right, I believe that over there is the construction for the tram. They've been saying it's supposed to be open for the past like 20 million years. Hopefully it might open this year. Because I'm sure I said last year that I'm hoping it'll open this year. Well, I need to stop blabbing on because I've got a train behind me. Right, here comes my ride to Bilbrook in the form of 196-108 it should be. Yep, 196 108. the platforms are very staggered, and that's another 196 going towards Birmingham. That is, which I believe will be our next train. I don't think we're going to get any 170s on this line at all today by the looks of it. I think it's all 196s. But anyway, the platforms are staggered here at Bilbrook. One's the Birmingham bound platform, that platform, and this is the Shrewsbury bound platform. Right, now I'm headed to Bilbrook, which is the West Midlands Railway station. It's got 2 platforms. You can change here for Bilbrook, like town centre area. And it's brought to my attention, I'm not sure if they still got TFW still operate a limited service here, because I think they used to on a Sunday back in the day. But I'm not sure if West Midlands have got a Sunday service on the Shrewsbury line. I'm filming this on a Tuesday. But yeah, there's definitely no TFW stopping today, but I'm not sure if there is another day. So if you know that, comment down below. But anyway, Bilbrook and Codsall are actually very, very close to each other. So much so, I'm going to click my fingers and we're going to be actually magically at Codsall railway station. Fail. Attempt to. Ooh, like magic, we're now here at Codsall railway station. Can you bloody see the sign? I've took my coat off for the first time this year as well, because it's actually really warm. I say that now because the breeze has picked up a bit, but God, it got really warm, I did. Anyway, yeah, Codsall's West Midlands Railway, it's got 2 platforms. And then again, I'm not sure about the TFW services stopping here, but they certainly do pass through, because I'll include a shot of one passing through in a second. Anyway, we're waiting for the train now to take us to the next station, Albrighton. As mentioned, Bilbrook and Codsall are so close that you can actually either walk down the road or get the bus between them 2 stations, and then you make yourself an hour ahead, and that is exactly what I did. We've got 196 on test from Tynesy to Shrewsbury.
10:55 West Midlands Railway service to Shrewsbury via Telford Central. Please stand back from the platform.
196, 112. I don't know why the announcer was advertising that as a passenger train to Shrewsbury, because it's not, it's a test service. Wait, you can change it Codsall for Codsall Village. Basically, Bilbrook and Codsall villages are basically literally connected by footpaths and roads and bus stops. Basically, like it's like so easy to do these 2 stations. Literally easy to do them. Anyway, the next ones are a bit harder because they're a bit more like separated, though, is like by fields and stuff. So we'll be relying on the trains for the next portion. And also, I forgot to mention, I've been wanting to do this vlog for a while, and also I put off doing it about 2 weeks ago because this line was messing up like badly. They kept on having problems with signalling, staff being ill, or people nicking wires and God knows what else. So fingers crossed, nothing happens whilst I'm on the line today. It doesn't. Also, Avanti do come down here, but there's only 2 a day, and they stop at Telford and Wellington only as the intermediate stops. Right, West Midlands Railway basically confirmed that there's no 170s running on the Shrewsbury line today. I think they're not running on the Shrewsbury line altogether anymore. I thought they might have had one still on the Shrewsbury line, but apparently it's 196s left, right and centre. But apparently there is one out today on the it's coming from Telford to Birmingham as we speak, but I'm going to do a few more of these stations on the Shrewsbury line first, and then I might go film the unit at Birmingham later. I'm just hearing back from West Midlands Railway to make sure that it's the same unit on the runs all of day to and from Telford, because I don't want them to swap it out for another unit and send the 170 back to Tynesy. They shouldn't do that though, but I am double checking with them, and if they have if it is a 170 coming back from Birmingham later, I will put yes on the screen now. If it wasn't, I'll put no. So it is £1.30 for a single 2 minutes down the road. It's about a mile, so it's basically £1 for 1 mile. Seems a bit pricey in my opinion. Right, yeah, what 196 are we getting on now? This is definitely the route of the 196s now. or on 158 as well. We're getting on 196, 104. Rightio. It's actually not even that warm, but I've taken my coat off because I was getting all sweaty. But it's still not really had like the big like warm weather like we had this time last year. I got like 20 degrees this time last year. We've only made it up to a 15 in my area so far. Anyway, this vlog's not about the weather. We're now here at Albrighton, West Midlands Railway, and you've got 2 platforms. And then also here at Albrighton, it kind of reminds me of, I was trying not to say Brighton, but this is definitely nowhere near no stony coast. This is definitely Albrighton, not Brighton. So make sure you be careful when you ever buy a ticket and you're not accidentally buying a ticket to Brighton. Anyway, here for an hour. We've got our waits now, and then we're off to forget what the next bloody one now is. Cosford. Right, I think we've got a nice bouncy platform here at Albrighton. Yeah, nice and bouncy, because these were actually platform extensions which they fitted so they could actually fit the 196s on the platforms, because the 196s are 4 carriages in length, and previously the units that ran down here only used to be 2 carriages. I think you could get a 170 that actually had 4 carriages, but I'm not sure if they even fit on the platform. But definitely since the 196s entered service, which I did actually get one on the passenger launch day in the end. Not the full journey that I wanted to because of disruption, but if you didn't see that vlog, it's in the right hand corner of the screen. But yeah, that's what these platforms extensions are for here at these stations on the oh yeah, you can also, this is what people also call this area, the Salop line, but I just say the Wolverhampton to Shrewsbury line because that's what it said on Wikipedia. So you can change at Albrighton for Albrighton Town Centre, and there's also a park, but that's a bit further away. It's called Western Park, which I thought was a bit odd because this area is not even called Western. I must admit the views from Albrighton are quite pretty. You've got green fields over there, and then over here is a bit of a view over the houses. It is of the all the different trees in the distance. Quite pretty. Oh, helps to stop recording. Right, so we're supposed to be out of here by now, but train's been delayed because apparently this trespasser. I don't know where this trespasser is because I can't see it down this section. But for God's sake, honestly, some people, if it all hell breaks loose and gets more bad, I might just bail and go back towards Birmingham, because I'm sure this Shrewsbury Line is cast, to be honest with you. Because at the moment it's just saying delayed, which is no good. Right, finally, 15 minutes later than planned, we get on the blooming train. We're getting on 196. .001. Oh, the other 196 is just flowing through. This is connected to 196.004. Well, I've gone a bit chilly now, but anyway, I made it to Cosford, West Midlands where I run, and you've got 2 platforms. And you can change here at Cosford for the RAF Cosford, which is literally right behind me. I think there's actually a museum here as well. Does look interesting. I'll certainly see if we could get some photos, and hopefully no one tells me off as well, because I know you can get some funny people when it comes to RAF bases. But apparently they've also got the Cosford Air Show here sometimes, and the platforms are very, very bouncy. They look like they've completely been transformed. Anyway, we're finally here anyway, 15 minutes later, thanks to that blooming trespasser at bloody, I don't know where the trespasser was, but apparently there's reports of one. Also, I've noticed up here the track actually kind of goes off into 4 sections, so I'll show you that in a second. But here for about 40 minutes now, thanks to the trespasser, and hopefully there's no, I think it has been resolved now, and hopefully the Network Rail team resolved it quite quickly by the looks of it, because it was only 15 minutes. Because I was starting to get thinking, oh god, we're going to have to abandon it. But I think we might be back on track now, which is good. Yeah, so the track goes from 2 into 4. I noticed that there seems to be, I'm not sure if they're disused sidings, but it's 2 tracks here, then it goes down to 4 down there. Right, so that is a RAF Cosford. Interesting. Never actually been here before, so I thought I'd get the shots. Can't really see much up there though through the tree. For once, I'm not actually bothered that my train was 2 minutes late, because my train's been about 2-3 minutes late to take me to Shifnal. I was going to have my lunch here at Cosford, but quite a lot of action happened, especially in the RAF base. I was talking to another rail enthusiast, and we got that 37 movement through, which I was supposed to get here, but I wasn't sure if it was going to run, and it ended up running about an hour late. It did, so that was nice. And now my train is probably about a minute or 2 back. It's just picked up at Albrighton, so I'm going to wait for this train to take me to Shifnal, and then I'll have my lunch at Shifnal before finishing at Telford and coming back. And I think that trespass incident, thankfully, has been resolved now. It was resolved quite quickly actually as well, in about 15-20 minutes, which is good. Right, here comes my 196 ride to Shifnal. We are getting on 196. I think I'm a bit too far up the platform. We're getting on 196 108. Right then folks, I made it to the next station of the day. This is Shifnal, which is West Midlands where I run, and you've got 2 platforms you can change here for Shifnal Town Centre, which by the looks of it is directly below the station, and you do get some good views from the station, so I might actually take a couple of pictures whilst I'm here and have my lunch here. About 55 minutes we got here because that train was late, but I'm actually for once kind of glad that train was late, because we got them 37s through Cosford. And yeah, after this one, we're going to do Telford reverse and head back into Birmingham and film that 170, hopefully. Anyway, I'm going to stop blabbing on and enjoy my time here at Shifnal. The footbridge here at Shifnal looks like it's about to fall apart. Jesus Christ. Right, so these are some of the views from Shifnal station just before I get my train out for lunchtime. You can see a church over in the distance amongst some fields. And they've actually got some like old Tudor houses in the town centre, and there's some views from this side. We'll get a photo of this side because I've already got a photo of the other side. Well, we're getting on one of the new 196s. Well, they're not really new anymore, we're getting on 196. 104 we are, take us to Telford Central. Right, there goes my train. Right, quick summary at Telford Central, because I've not got long here, but Telford Central for the Iron Bridge George change for them prices basically, and also bus interchanges, and there's Telford Town Park and Telford Town Centre and Blitz Hall Museum. I did actually come here years ago, and they've actually put like a new like footbridge with lifts in since I've last been here. I think it's so you don't have to walk around the annoying ramps basically, because you've also got the giant bridge over the road. And Telford's actually a new town. About 40 years ago. In fact, this station's, I say no, 40 years ago is like ages ago now, but still compared to the rest of the stations because of today. And busier station, this is staffed as well. I think there's even toilets here at Telford Central. You also get, as well as West Midlands Rail and 2 platforms, you get Transport for Wales, which we're about to get on one back to Birmingham, hopefully. Depends how busy it is. If not, we're on the 196 behind. And also you get Avanti West Coast stop here, limited services. And funny enough, there's actually a direct train from Rugby to Telford in the evening and in the morning going the other way. There is. Annoying the timings, because it would have been nice to get a direct one all the way to Telford, but maybe you never know, I might do one day. Anyway, I'm going to stop blabbing on, and then I'm going to go catch a train back into Birmingham now. I'll do Oaken Gates, Wellington and Shrewsbury another time. I will do. Not sure if that's going to focus, but I've actually got a bit longer than 10 minutes, more like 15-20 actually, where time to get in and out because the train's running late. Typical Transport for Wales. Very long platforms here at Telford Central as well. You could probably even fit an 8 car on. Definitely 6, and definitely the Voyagers fit on, but very long platforms compared to the other stations we've done today. Right, so I'm going to end this portion of the vlog from the Wolverhampton to Shrewsbury Line. As mentioned, I will do the Romanian stations another day, but I'm actually going back into Birmingham so I can chase down a 170 before I go home. But so I'm going to end this vlog now. If you want to become a member for some more exclusive perks, there's a join button down there. Prices start at $1.99. Like the vlog if you enjoyed it. I'm glad that we managed to get the stations done. Besides that trespass incident, which was dealt with quite quickly, so props to the guys at Network Rail. And then comment down below, some feedback would be appreciated. And if you're not yet subscribed, consider subscribing. It's free to subscribe, and have the bell for all notifications so you don't miss any future vlogs or live streams or shorts or whatever other content we do on the channel. Right, take care folks, bye all guys, peace out.